Hello everyone. We have made our videos on our accounting software from basics to the onwards, like from journal entries and then ledgers, how to create ledgers, how to create a trial balance. Today we have make a new video on profit and loss. So this is a fully automated profit and loss. If you want to learn how we have created this profit and loss, for example, if you change anything in your double entry system, it will automatically reflected in your trial balance, in your ledger, and in your profit and loss account. Do you want to learn how we have created this automated software, this automated application on your Excel, and it's free to use? Let's get started our video. So let's start our video. So we're going to create a new tab, a new sheet, and we're going to rename it as a profit and loss account. Okay. So let's do some formatting for the profit and loss account as well, and we're going to write the name over here. So go to the home tab and then select merge and change from the alignment tab, and then select the merge across. You can also use the shortcut key as well. So I'm going to write over here the company name, for the year end. So I'm going to write over here 2023. So profit and loss accounts are actually for 1 year. You are going to make the profit and loss for the 1 year, and for the balance sheet are made for the historic dates as well. You need to make the balance sheet from the start till yet, till today, at which you are going to create your accounts. To do some formatting for this, I'm just going to increase its size as well. Now press Ctrl 1 to insert the borders. I'm going to use a drop down bottom border over here. So okay, if you want to do some colors, background colors, you can use if you want. I'm just doing light colors for this, like this. And if you don't like the colors, then you can skip this one. Okay, so let's go to our main format. First one is income. As you know, there are 2 or 3 different main accounts. First one is income, and then you need the cost of goods sold, and then expenses. So let's add one more line in the cost of goods sold. Let's do some formatting for these 3 cells. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same formatting and selecting all these 3 cells. Let's increase size and make all of them as bold, and do the colors as a okay. So now if you want to insert the more cells, you can just press you can insert right click and then insert cell, or you can also use the shortcut keys as Alt H IR. Then insert one more row if you want to insert. Okay, so let's go to the trial balance. I hope you have watched our last video about the trial balance, and the previous one about the general entries and the ledgers. If you didn't watch those those videos, please go and watch those videos. I'm also mentioning all those links in the description as well. So let's go to trial balance. You can see in the trial balance there are different accounts like cash account. Cash is actually an asset account for us. I have mentioned all these as a for your understanding. Cost of goods sold is an expense account for us. Furniture is an asset for us. Inventory, anything that left that is not actually sold at the end of the year, office supplies, these are the expenses for us. Owner equity, investment by the owners, these are the, actually you can mention them as equity. These are the liabilities for the company. Rent, rent is an expense for us. Sale is an income. And vendor, if you have to pay to any vendor, that is like liability for you. And if you received anything from your customers, that is actually receivables for you, that is an asset, current asset. So let's write the sales account income. You can see over here in the income we have mentioned only one sale account. Just go and copy it and mention it in the profit and loss account. Sales account, for the better formatting you can go and write in this column. I'm going to copy that sales account again, this, go to the profit and loss account, paste it over here, and now let's go to the ledger trial balance again, and I'm going to copy the cost of goods sold account. Over here you can see this is a cost of goods sold. Why I'm copying it from the trial balance? Sometimes whenever we are writing some text in Excel, there might be a character error. So the characters will not be matched and you will not be able to execute your formulas perfectly. So that's why I'm copying it from trial balance so that it will be perfectly work. Cash is an asset, so we will mention it in our asset account in our balance sheet item. Okay, so expense count is mentioned and this office price is left. Furniture is an asset. Let's go to the expenses account and mentioning the office price over here. The second one is rent. Let's copy this one and profit and loss account. Let's paste it over here. Sale is for just for the income purpose. Uh, you might think where is the purchase, the items that we have purchased from the customer. Actually those purchases are collected in the cost of goods sold accounts. And let's, if we go to the ledger account and from here if we just check the cost of goods sold, you can see the cost of goods sold is accumulated to the 1500. Two times they just purchased. Let's go to the inventory, that is asset. They purchased two times these items, and then cost of goods sold will be subtracted, and that net inventory total will be accumulated as $100. It means you have purchased $1,600 of product and you have sold the total costing amount 750 and 750 1500. So the total amount will be shown in your cost of goods sold accounts. So actually if you are going to calculate the cost of goods sold manually, then you have to add opening balance and then add your current purchases and then less your inventory stock. The balance will be the purchase or cost of the goods sold account. So let's go to the profit and loss account. We have mentioned the office supplies and rent, and now we are going to mention over here, there's nothing else expense that we're going to mention over here. All other are from the balance sheet purpose. So I'm going to pass some entries so that we will be able to for a better review. Like, let's go to the general. Over here press tab. I'm dragging down the dates. You can press Ctrl D to drag down the date, and to change the date I'm just mentioning 7. Okay, it's the 7th of June. Now let's see, we have paid internet bills. Internet bills, yeah, internet bill is actually not available in our list. We have to update our list right now. These are the following items that are mentioned in our list, you can see. So how you can update our list? So let's go to the charts of accounts. I'm going to enter some utilities expenses as well. Let's go to the charts of accounts. Here you can see the sub accounts list, cost of goods sold, sale. I'm mentioning over here utilities like internet expense, and then the second one is we have mentioned the rent expense. We are going to enter the electricity, we are going to enter the gas and water bills as well. We are going to enter the meal expenses. Also, these are the few expenses we have mentioned over here. Now we are going to enter the main account details. Internet is actually an expense, and electricity is also an expense. Gas, water, and meal, all those are the expenses for the company. So let's just drag it down and go to the journal entries, select views tab and refresh. You can also right click and refresh it, or if you want to refresh it from the views tab, sorry, from the data tab, just go to the data tab and refresh it all. Now go down and just select the drop down menu. You can see all those. If you didn't know how these accounts are mentioned over here, you can go to the first video and see how to create a drop down menu. So we have created a drop down menu. So from here we are going to create an internet expense that is a pre-filled. So internet bill paid, let's see 200, and expense always be debited to our account, and if you have paid in the cash, then you have to credit the cash. Drag the description down, just go and write the 200. In the next column we're going to create a next expense for, let's do an expense for the electricity bill, that is we think it's 1000, and it's also paid in the cash. So let's credit the account by 1000. So these are two more expenses we have entered over here till June. So let's go to our trial balance, refresh it, and you can see electricity. This is how we have automated our software, or automated our accounting software. You can go and check our previous videos to know how to automate your trial balance and your general. So let's, internet is also an expense. This is also an expense, electricity. So let's go and mention both these accounts in our charts of accounts, sorry, in our profit and loss accounts. So before copying a formula, you must know that the formula should be restricted by using the F4 in the both. One more thing. So if you want to copy the formula, just go to the cell, press Ctrl C, and then now in the front of cost of goods sold. Okay, again it's just copying the C8. The reference should be changed from the C8 to the, let's go and change the C8 to C14. Now press enter. You can see the cost of goods sold are negative format. Okay, why it's okay, cost of goods sold, the expense account and their general nature is debit. And why is it showing the negative? As we have copied the previous formula and we have mentioned a negative sign before the VLOOKUP formula. So let's go and remove that sign and press enter. So that's it. Now you can see the sale account is given over here. We are going to create the total for the sale account over here. You can use the sum formula and sum up all those values that are mentioned above over here. Now let's go to a formatting tab. Just go press the top format, Now you have to mention the top border over here. Press OK. Now here you can see there's a border. So over here we are going to just select this sum value, and that's it. You can go to the borders, or you can also select it from the home tab. Drop it down and use this double line, top and double bottom border. Select the top and double bottom border over here. Cost of goods sold, that is 1500, and its total. Also copy this formula, paste it over here. You can also see there is a border line, also copy it from that formula. We need one more line, just press Alt HIR, that will insert one more row for us. Over here we are going to copy this formula, just come and paste it over here. Why it is actually copying the above values? We didn't copy the cell, we copying the reference of the cell. That's why it's pasting the next cell, it's referring to the next cell. Over here you know that whenever we are going to subtract the income and less cost of goods sold, that will be equals to our net our gross profit. So over here we are going to mention the gross profit, that will be actually is equals to our sale less our this value. Why is it this less this? Okay, it's now showing the 4500 as a gross profit. Now the next thing is, let's copy this formula and paste it over here in the supplies function, office supplies, and then drag it down like this. You can see all the expenses are tracked perfectly. Now let's sum all those values, sum all those expenses from this. Mention the border, go to the press Ctrl and 1, select the top border from here, press OK, and over here you can get this value. Go to the borders and select top and bottom border as well. Over here go to the is equals to, and then select this gross profit. After subtracting gross profit and expenses from the gross profit, you will get the net profit. So you can see that is actually a loss. We can also mention it as a net profit or loss. So here you can see the loss account, and I'm going to do some formatting for this loss account as well. Let's do some formatting for the gross and discounts as well. Increase this size, bold these values, and select the format as an accounting format. So we need to select the accounting format for these two cells only, like this. And if you are going to select the accounting format and this value will be in the red, let's remove this, the decimal values. Okay, now this is perfect. So if you want to color these two, gross profit and our net profit lines as well, you can choose the color whichever you want. So let's do some. You can choose any color whichever suits to you. So we have choose right now this color, and let's go and do some changes in our transactions and see what happens if we have changed our transactions. Okay, let's Control X and paste it over here for the better presentation. Okay, so it's looking good. Now you can see there's a loss of 29,000, and if you want to mention the dollar sign with it, you can mention the dollar sign like this. And right now I didn't mention any sign with these, any currency sign with these. Over here you are going to mention the amount, write a line for the presentation purpose, and over here you can mention the amount is in dollars. So that's it, that's okay for you. Do some formatting for our accounts as well. Okay, that's good. Now let's see the preview for this. Go to the control P and you can see over here the preview. So now what we need to do, we just need to like this for the better presentation. Okay, that's it. Okay, now this will show a perfect print preview for us. In the next video we are going to make a video on our balance sheet and then on our cash flow, and later on we are going to create a complete dashboard video. So be connected with us, go and subscribe our channel. So let's do some more entries in the general. Let's do some purchases in the sale so that the profit will be changed. So let's do next entry at June 21, 2023. So let's do some purchases, like whenever you're going to purchase, you can see there should be two entries over here, like inventory account should be debited and the cash account should be carried. Over here you can see we have purchased some inventories. Let's go to the drop down, select inventory. You can also write the inventory over here. If the list is too large, purchased 5,000 units at $5 each. Okay, so if you purchase the $5,000 units at the $5 each, then it should be 25,000. What you need to write in the second account, if you have paid in the cash, then you need to mention the cash, and if you have paid in your from your bank account, then you need to mention for it as a bank. So let's do one more entry for the sale. For example, we have sold some items for cash. Let's assume we have sold all those 5,000 items at $30 each. So the total amount will be 150,000. I'm just doing this huge gap as I want to just check the profit and loss working, so that the loss will be turned to their profit. Now the cash account, we have sold the items in the cash, and it will be reflected back as a sale. That will be an income, and let's copy it down. It will also be 150,000. And what will the second entry we need to pass, we need to subtract these inventories, as we have sold all those inventory items. Now this is not an asset for us, we have sold these items. So what we need to do, we need to credit those inventories, and uh, for every debit there must be a credit, and for every credit there must be a debit. Now so if we are going to credit the inventory, what we should need to debit, we need to debit the cost of goods sold account. So let's debit the cost of goods sold, and I'm just copying this one as same, as we have purchased those 5,000 items at $5 each. Now it will be sold from the inventory, drag it down and mention the 25,000. So you can clearly see there must be a difference of 125,000 over there. So let's write the next date. Let's assume we have sold this at the 30th of the June. Okay, so let's drag it down. You can see the format is changed right now. Just go to the format painter and select all those. The format will be changed. And the next thing, let's go to our trial balance. Just go to the data tab and refresh it. You can see the sales is increased to the 156,000 and our cost of goods sold is increased 26,500. Our cash values are also increased. Let's go to our profit and loss account. You can see the sale is now 150,000. This is how your accounts are automated. This is how you will get the exact answers. You can see over here the profit is also accumulated to the 95,650. So this is how you can create your automated profit and loss account. In the next video we are going to make a video on balance sheet, and then we are going to make a video on our cash flows as well. So be connected with us, subscribe our channel, like, comment and share. If you want any other video, if you want to learn any other thing, just comment, we will make a video for you. If you want to get our paid services, contact with us. We are here for you. Thank you. We have copied over next expense, internet expense and electricity expenses over here. So now we are going to use VLOOKUP formula to extract all these details from our trial balance. So if there are more than one sales, like you are going to sell more than one product, we are going to create a make a next video for more than one product sales. Like if you're selling 2 or 3 products, or you're selling more than 3 or 4 products, how you can extract it automatically from your trial balance. So let's do it. Use the VLOOKUP formula. So I'm just zooming it for you, like press VLOOKUP, lookup value. What do you want to look up? We want to look up the sales from which table array. Let's press comma and now go to the table array. Table array will be our trial balance, and let's go and select this as a trial balance, as a table array. Now you can select F4 to just lock your values. Right now I'm just going to press comma and the index number. Which index number do you want to return? Mean which column number do you want to return? The first column is our rows label, the second one is debit, third one is credit, and the fourth one is balance column. So we're going to mention the 4 and then press close bracket and press enter. Now you will get the answer over here. You can see the answer is in the negative form. So as the nature of the sale is credit, that's why the answer is in the negative form. Now you have to mention the negative sign before using the formula to change its nature from negative to the positive, and the same method you need to do for your cost of goods sold. Before copying your formula,